I suppose I should do that too.
Okay. I was thinking about playing this on YouTube. Okay. Anyways. So I was saying, you bought refillable, too late here. And the other one was you never bought a single control board. Looking at your runes look completely fine. Your masteries are fine, except for the fact that you're running vampirism. I wouldn't run vampirism at all. Instead, go natural talent. If you really do want to get the lifesteal, I think I did some math and found that a lifesteal quint is actually a little bit better. You can get a 1 lifesteal quint and then just get natural talent.
Oh. Okay.
I think the vampirism mastery. I used to run it, and I used to run it a lot, thinking it was gonna be best. But after a lot of games, then going to natural talent just felt a lot stronger. Besides that, your masteries are completely fine. Yeah, I like the runes and masteries for the rest of the game. Skill build looks fine, except for your item builds, I would have gone ninja tabbies here. Definitely tabbies. Tabbies are great against Lucian.
I should have done tabbies.
It's not a huge thing, but I definitely would have gone tabbies. Tabbies are great against Lucian, and the thing is, you usually have to build against your top laner, who's usually going to be AD, because that's the person who you're going to be split pushing against. So you always want to make sure that you're going to be able to 1v1 though. Yeah, at least
I don't remember why I got merch red second. I think I had something in mind. Maybe it was like Sunal for getting Lucian. But...
yeah, maybe Sonal's or something. I don't know. Sona didn't even look like she had that much AP. She had like the hardest sensitivity spell.
I was like the Thunderation, not the
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely would have gone with ninja tabbies here. I try to always get tabbies against Lucian unless the rest of their comp is super heavy AP. Let's see. Let's look at the next game. I'm against Jax. I'm actually trying out Doran Shield against Jax again. I think it's pretty good. It's good that you know how to change between the runic armor and the veteran scars. Because I see last game, because you had a Soraka, you went with runic armor. In this game, you went with veteran scars. That's nice. It looks like the only issue is that you're going vampirism.
Yeah, I take I'm blanking on the name. The mastery that you're talking about, not the vampirism, the one in the utility tree.
Veteran scars?
I take that a lot.
Which one?
Well, the opposite.
The extra shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
that. I take that a lot against like Poke lanes, and I'm not sure if I should.
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Especially if you have like a shield and your healing support. I was taking a lot more when, you know, you had like it was like Janna meta, Lulu meta, Nami, etc. Now you have like Threshes and Blitzcrank, so you don't really get too many shields. And Redemption used to be super overpowered. Now that's not so insanely strong, but it's still pretty good. It definitely scales better, but you lose a decent amount of early game from it.
Right, well, and I like it in like the extra AP.
Yeah,
like when I have 2-3 AP and then the synergy with Lifeline.
Yeah.
When I have Mom.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
And then I do have a question. I don't know if I have a ton of examples of it on here, but like there are some games where they have like triple AP that I'll go Death Dance Maw, Ghostblade, but like other games, I'll drop the CDR from my runes. I'll go Cleaver, Death Dance Maw.
Yeah, I actually really like that. I like the Magic Resist, Cleaver, Death Dance Maul. It feels super strong. The problem is that it just takes a while to build up. But I definitely feel like it's pretty good. The other one is fine if they have a squishy AP top and a squishy jungler. Like, if they have a Elise, then it's fine to go with the Yomu's Ghostblade. But if their AP is like an AP Gragas, you know, someone who's still like a little tanky, well, yeah, then exactly, and Galio, then I would try to go with the MR runes and get, you know, Death Dance.
Okay.
And oh, sorry, what was I saying? Oh, Cleaver, Death Dance Maul, and you become basically unkillable. And it makes you super strong. But all right, what else do we have here? Okay. It looks like your build's definitely look better than most people that I'm looking at.
I spend half my time watching you and Viper, so it fucking helps some.
Yeah, it helps a lot. I still would have gone Cleaver versus. I would have rushed Cleaver versus Jax. I'm someone who doesn't really like the Death Dance rush. I did try it out a lot when it got changed, but I still don't like it. I still don't think it's. I don't think it's terrible by any means, and you can still do fine with it. But I can't really tell you if it's terrible because I haven't really tested it enough, and it's not my playstyle anyways. Anyways, your OPIGG looks fine, unless you wanted me to look at other games besides just Riven games.
There's not too many others. Like,
yeah,
I'm decent enough at Vicar and Ori, and I get stuck like mid.
Alright.
But my stats look so shitty because I kept trying to play AD carry at the beginning of the season, and at which point I just said fuck it and switched to top lane.
It's fine. It looks like a lot of what you need to do is just be playing a lot more. It doesn't look like you play the game enough. Unless you have like another account that you're working on. Like I'm looking at these games, you don't have enough games.
Well, like...
Why aren't you playing? Are you scared to play?
A lot of my time spent in game is on Smurfs with coworkers because they keep asking me to play, and I feel like an asshole for telling them no, you're fucking low elo, and I don't want to play. And I know that's...
No, you should just say like, I'm trying to work on myself. You say you're trying to get better. If you can get better, but you don't even have anything to show. You could be better than this, but you're not even playing the goddamn game. And if you want to get better, I mean, playing the game is like the best way to do it. I mean, not that you have the greatest win rate of like the games you do have played, but that's actually the best way to play because you could be losing on so many like just like mechanics wise. You could be doing a lot worse just because you're not used to playing the game. You really don't have that many games this season. Let's see. I wanted to ask you, did you have any specific questions, like things you had building up to this that you aren't sure how to do, like certain matchups or maybe like build certain items, certain how to, like wave management, when to roam, whatnot, anything like that pops into your head?
Well, I think personally my biggest shortcoming is like mid to late, well, mostly mid-game decision making, like, and I don't know if that's because, like, I don't have any faith in my team, or, like, not die 4v5 while I'm split pushing, or, like, when, like, warding positions, I guess, like to split push effectively and safely. Like, I guess that I think my macro game needs a lot of work.
Okay, it's still micro too, because like just based off the elo you're in, if your micro's good enough, you should be having a lot more kills than this. You should be carrying a lot harder. The 10 kill game, it looks like you should have been able to carry this. That's an issue, probably an issue with macro, is you probably didn't know how to carry with your lead. A lot of these games, it just looks like your scores aren't even good. Some are pretty good, but like you shouldn't even be this far behind. I might want to watch this Lissandra game, because Lissandra I feel like is a pretty easy matchup for Riven, but it looks like you got pretty far behind.
I don't remember what happened. Let's see if I have that in my...
I'm trying to see if it's a stomp dice. I don't really want to watch it stomp. It looks like your bot lane was super far ahead. Maybe you just made one mistake and snowballed pretty hard. That would be a pretty good game to watch, but we can definitely do live. Or maybe we can look over that another time. I don't know. But macro's something like that's what I can show you by watching your game. I can't really just explain macro to you, but I can tell you like when I watch you do something, I'm going to be telling you where you should be instead, or like why you should be doing this instead, where you should be at that time, etc. That's not something I can just tell you by like there's not just one answer. It's proactiveness and reactiveness based on like what the rest of the people in the game are doing. But you're fine with like every matchup and whatnot. I can show you actually. Oh yeah, go ahead.
There's
Pantheon Aurelia, you said?
Pantheon, sometimes Aurelia. Other matchups I understand fairly well. I guess for Necton.
Okay. Pantheon, you have to be really careful about like mistiming your E. As long as you shield every Q and you start Doran shield, you should be able to get decent enough farm to make it to where you get one small like little medium item, and at level 6 you should be able to kill him, or even level 7. The big thing with Pantheon is when you do go to fight him, first try to make sure you're not like half health to his full health, because then you ruin your one chance. You have like one big chance to kill Pantheon. If you kill him once, there's no way he can come back.
Right.
With that being said, you could actually be like 0 and 2 and still come back from Pantheon. You're just gonna have to wait a bit longer. One big thing with Pantheon though is when you go to fight him, try to wait until you have a cannon minion wave, because the cannon minion can proc his passive. Yeah, a lot of people forget about that. If the cannon minion does proc his passive, you're like guaranteed to win it. Whereas before it can be very, very close. He could like flash your ultimate and whatnot. Even if he flashes your ultimate, as long as you get the extra auto win, you should be good. I'm about to send you a file real quick. It's a picture I made on my... Actually, this isn't even it. Fuck, hang on. I remember... Oh wait, yeah it is. Is it? Okay. It's just kind of hard to see. I should have made it... It looked a lot better on paint. Okay. Damn, I don't know why my dots are like so small. Okay. Let me know when you have the picture open.
I see it.
Okay. If you see all these dots on the maps and the bushes, the blue side, which is the bottom left side, those are all the warding spots for that side that I pretty much do. I'm probably gonna label this at some point in the future, as in like what time marks I would probably put these at. You know what the mod X ward is, right? Like where I always always try to put a ward at, a control ward.
It's one of them behind red buff.
Yeah, yes, the one behind red buff. If I'm on red side, I try to do it to their... I never really do it to my red buff, because, you know, they're never going to be over there. But
right.
I definitely feel like that's one of the best warding spots in the game.
A lot of people don't check that.
Yeah, people don't check it. You always see... Yeah. You always see them go to the Krugs. You see them... most of the time, you'll see them at red buff. That's pretty much the only time they'll ever see the ward, for the most part, unless they specifically check that bush every time they walk by it, is when they go straight from the red buff base or blue buff base into the red buff and like walk into the bush. Sometimes they still go around it. It's because
right,
like if they go for Krugs, then they're probably gonna go through top turret, and I'm just thinking like if I'm blue side. So if I'm blue side, you know, if they go for Krugs, they're gonna go through top turret, and then they'll go through Raptors, but they're not gonna step in that bush. And if they go just for Raptors, they're gonna go into the bush below that, and they're gonna miss it. And they miss it like every time. I truly do think it's like the best ward for solo queue. So really, I really try to get that. I try to get a controller on my first or second back. And it's usually on my second back. But if I can't get on the first back, it's great. You know, like, it always lets me know where the jungler is, for the most part. And I try not to use them so close to the lane. I see a lot of people do that, and it's fine. It makes it to where your jungler can gank easier. Like if you put it, which I don't even have spots for it, because you'll never see me control ward it.
Like the tri-bush.
Yeah, the tri-bush or the first river bush. I never really put it in those, because I don't know, I usually feel like I can just kill my laner 1v1, or if they want, I pretty much know when they're going to go ward. Like, it's always obvious when they go into the river, so I'll just let them know, like, hey, just don't come right now, there's a ward here, just wait a minute, and then it'll be gone for a minute and a half. If I'm on red side, you can't really go for that pink ward unless it's like almost like early to mid game where like you're starting to roam bottom, that's like the only time you never really go for that bush. So I usually don't get that until later into the game. I usually put it in the middle of the river. It helps my mid lane out. I always try to help my teammates out because I feel like I can do fine myself. As I'll just use the trinkets for myself. I try to put the pink ward in a spot where it'll help everybody, and it'll stay there for a while. And the 2 river bushes are great for that. You see a lot of mid laners put one in there. Besides that, you can. I also have dots at say I'm on red side. Look at their blue buff, blue side's blue buff, and the bush to the right of that. The blue bush is great for like letting them know, for like giving you knowledge about if their jungler's over there. But the problem is they check that bush a lot. If they go for blue, like they're gonna see your ward. Sometimes if they go for red, they're not going to see it. That ward is more of like an aggressive ward. It's basically like a trinket. It's like you put it there for vision, it's going to be there for a couple minutes, and then it's going to die. Because they're going to see it. And you're going to have to get another one. Which, that's probably where I put my ward at if it's not in the middle of the river. Say like maybe my mid lane already put a ward in there. Or I want to be more aggressive. Like I really want to know where their jungler is. Or when they go for blue buff, and I want to see when they're at blue buff. That's usually where you'll see me put the ward at, because it's fine if it dies, as long as you see where their jungler is. If you put on the right side, it's gonna last there for a long time, kind of like the other bush, but it's not gonna give you as much knowledge about where they're at. It's also, it's less likely to be killed than the blue buff bush, but more likely to die than the mod explored bush. I'm trying to think of some other spots. Some other spots you'll just see are more aggressive. Like you'll see at the Raptors. If I put a pink ward in there, it's probably because I'm sitting there waiting for their jungler to be in there. That's usually going to be like a mid-game ward spot. Like I'm playing aggressive. I have maybe the sweeping lens, and I check all their jungle, but maybe I couldn't make it to that. And I know that they're, like, you always know they're going to be going into that bush to clear those Raptors. And so it's usually like a free kill on their jungler. Anytime you sit in there, usually what I'll do is I'll just put a trinket in there in like the early to mid game. When say I'm pushing top lane to their turret, I'll just put a pink in the mod explore bush, and then I'll trinket the other bush, and I know exactly where their jungler is. Once you do that on either side, you have complete control of their jungle for the most part, and that's super important for like making picks. That's like the main way I personally wound up snowballing a game, is I pick off people who try to go into their own jungle thinking that they're safe in their own jungle when really they have no vision control of it, or like maybe they're going to get it. Like, you know their support is about to go over the jungle, but you clear it before they get to it because maybe there's a team fight top lane, and you're like in their bot side jungle. Like you know they're about to go ward to try to feel safe, and you just pop out and get a free kill on their support. I think the key thing to snowballing with Riven is to try to use your ult as much as you can, but not as in like just not ult if you can't get a kill, but if you think you can get a kill, like always try to look for kills with your ults. Don't just like farm it out the whole time. You can farm while your ult is down. Besides that, try to find somebody that you can kill, but don't waste time like trying to roam if you think you can't get a kill out of it. Besides that, I think these are the main spots that I control ward. This doesn't show trinkets. This is specifically control wards. That's why it's called Wear the Pink on Riven. Well, I should say control ward, I guess. Spots you can trinket. If you're blue side, put it in their tri-bush unless you don't have scuttle crab control. Like if they're kind of ahead, then you know that they can probably come to the river because they control the river. Usually the side who's ahead has control of the river, like they have control over Skeletal Crab. So that means you need to put it like not in the tri-bush. If you only have one trinket, try to put it in like a less efficient spot, like a little bit less, or a little bit to the left of tri-bush, but not in the other bush. Like you want to have all like vision of them as soon as they step out of the tri-bush, but also a little bit of vision of the river. Unless you think you can take Scuttle by yourself. If you can take Scuttle by yourself, then you should be free of ganks unless they get a good lane gank, because you can trinket the tri-bush and you have vision control in the river, unless they do some type of cheese gank where they go around their entire jungle, but nobody ever does that.
Right.
Scuttle Crab is pretty important. That's something you do if they have like a Malphite or some super tank that you don't think you can kill, because maybe you're sitting on like Phage Kindle Gem and you're waiting for your cleaver. Just shove the wave and then go kill Crab or something. Just always do something. Always
I find myself in that spot where like I'm not doing anything. Like I do.
Yeah, you gotta try to find something to do.
But sometimes, mostly in mid game, like usually in laning phase, I'm pretty good at it. But once mid game comes around, there's times where I'm like, I'm not sure what I should be doing.
Well, we'll see in your next game what you usually do, or let you know what you should do instead. But usually there's always something to take. There's usually always a camp or a Scuttle Crab, or you can try to roam mid. If not, then sometimes you do just have to sit there and wave. That doesn't happen often. If anything, it's going to be for like one wave. A lot of it has to depend on like what you back with the first time. Like if you manage to get a control ward, how much damage you have. Anyways, I think that kind of covers it for the warding spots. You know all the wall hops, right? Or what? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with most. I don't really use the ones right next to mid lane.
Yeah, that's fine.
I tend to put those out. The ones over red buff wall, I use those pretty frequently.
Okay, good. Red buff is very, very important, I think. I use this to escape all the time. And it's not too difficult to where you shouldn't go for it. You know Raptors?
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about before. Like, I can do the setup for the one on red side Raptors.
Okay.
Or are you talking about the one like into mid lane or
in the mid lane? And both of them. I'm sure you can do like the angled ones, right?
Right.
Yeah, those are pretty easy.
I can do that one just fine.
You can do the ones.
I can do the setup one on red side in the mid lane. I'm not very good at the other one though.
Okay, I can show you if you want real quick. If not, don't worry about it. You want me to show you?
I've watched the videos.
Okay.
And like I practice them off and on, but
Alright, that's fine. As long as you know most of them. That's usually for like beginner Rivens. That's why I figured you probably knew most of them. Do I have... Discord doesn't have share screen yet, does it?
No.
Okay. Never mind. I can just show you over this picture. That's fine. I can just show you over this picture. You still have the picture open, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know about one strategy. I don't know if... It's not like anything insane, but it always winds up being the thing that snowballs me the most, I feel like. Or it always like kills the AD carry. And if you watch my stream, you probably know what it is. It's by the Gromp on either side. When I push past the tier 1 turret, and I know that they're gonna farm between their tier 2 and tier 3. Yeah, I said tier 1, I meant tier 3. So between their tier 2 and tier 3, I pretty much always charge my Q, I extend my Q, and use my third Q to go over the wall. And then my Q's basically back up, because at that point I'm usually max CDR. I'm maybe 30%. But
usually. Right behind Gromp.
Yeah, right behind Gromp. That I get so many kills off of that. I definitely think people should abuse that more. Just cheese in general just works so well with Riven. It's so easy to kill people, I feel like, or at least just force a whole bunch of summoners. As long as you have the CDR. I don't really like the one shot as much. I mean, I'm always able to kill people with like, cleaver. But I would like to mention, I think the patch is gonna be tonight or tomorrow. Duskblade looks broken. I just looked at patch notes the other night. It looked crazy.
I saw like a couple videos on the Riven main subreddit because it's already up on the US.
Oh yeah, I never really looked at it, but I looked at it tonight and it looked pretty insane. Yomu's just looked meh. If anything, it might be a little bit worse. I'm not really sure. Edge of the Night looks like it's buffed. I may try to build out where I go Duskblade into Death Stance and the Edge of the Night. Not really sure. I might do Edge of the Night second, probably not though. this Duskblade in general looks really strong.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll be replacing Death's Dance with it. I probably will. Or I'll try to get like 3 of those CDR items. And just skip Cleaver, since Edge of the Night now gives health. Then I have to find another CDR item, I guess. Or I'll just stick with 30%. It's not the worst thing to just stay at 30% CDR.
Right. Especially if you can get blue buffs from killing people.
Yeah. I think that's it for like item changes I saw this patch. Oh, and Serrated Dirk. I mean, not Serrated Dirk, Poacher's Dirk. I might try that now. It had like a really cool passive on it. Might be pretty good. I'm gonna be trying out the items. I'm gonna be making a YouTube video on like every single item that you can build. I was gonna do it tonight, but I figured I might as well just wait until the items get changed. And then go over the new items instead of like the old items that are getting changed like tonight. Anyways, do you want to go ahead and hop into a game?
Yeah, I'll give me a cue in a sec.
Do you know how to manage waves? How like control how to push a wave, how to freeze a wave, how to make the enemy wave push to you is usually the most difficult thing.
I know how to freeze. I know I'm fairly decent at pushing, but I'm not great at breaking freezes done by the enemy. Like other than
well, you can't
trying
really
to
break a
shove
freeze.
them
You can't really break a freeze in your favor, as in like I say in your favor, as in like making them start pushing to you. You kind of have to like reset it and then try to reset it away to where they have more minions than you. If you wound up having like your minions are overpowering them, you kind of just have to shove it all the way into their turret. The worst position you can really be in is when you have more minions than them, they freeze on you, and you can't reset it because it's like in their turret. I always say, okay, so look back at the picture. The good spot you want to be in, the sweet spot, is about 25% from your turret to their turret, which is going to be basically like at that first bush, if not like a little bit before it. You want to try to have your casters like right past turret range probably, or no. Okay, that might right. Or no, your casters basically at the edge of your turret attack range, that melee people can't hit it, and that melees, you know, like are gonna be a little bit in front of it. But as long as it's in that general area, that makes it to where they're vulnerable to ganks, and the wave is frozen to where you're still able to fight the enemy laner. For the most part, pre-6, like you're gonna want the wave frozen, but you just want it close to your side if you can. And try not to let them push it into. If they try to shove into you, like they want to reset it because they know they're in a bad spot, just hit some of their minions back. Sometimes you have to tank some minions to make sure that it doesn't go to your turret. Sometimes it's okay to do that. Don't just mindlessly shove into their turret over and over again if you're not going to get anything out of it. I hate saying that. The only time I think it's okay to do it is if you have Doran's Blade, because you're getting use out of your lifesteal, and you shouldn't just be using your spells against the wave. You should be auto-attacking a lot of the minions to make use of the lifesteal. It's the reason I don't like to go Doran's Way as much, is because you're forced to push into the wave, so you're going to be ganked more often. I don't really, it's not really my play style. You can 1v2, but and you do see me 1v2 a lot, but I usually don't like to 1v2 until I get my ult, or unless I'm in a big minion wave. For the most part, it's just very risky.
Do you ever get Thorn's Blades?
No.
First time?
No. But you do see me buy it after. It's because of that. It doesn't give you enough sustain unless you're auto-attacking minions. Or auto-attacking anything. It's because, like, the only sustain, besides the 1 health potion, is in the lifesteal. Doran's Shield gives you 1 health potion, but it also gives you flat health regen, and it has a passive that gives you 20 health over like 10 seconds. Over and over again. Like, that's great sustain. And longsword, the sustain is fine. You just have to choose one of those, because Doran's Blade, the only sustain is in like the maybe like 3 health per hit that you get for for your first bag. Like, you're only going to be getting like 3 health per hit, which is fine, but you always have to be auto attacking minions to make use out of it. And when you auto attack minions, you're pushing your wave into the enemy turret, which, like you said, causes you to be ganked more often.
Right. The only times I've ever really picked it up is mostly against Pantheon. Like, I'll start Doran's Shield.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
yeah, if you show
if I happen to go back with 650 gold, I'll get like a Doran's Blade and refillable.
Yeah, I was thinking like something different, but yeah, I buy Doran's Blade a lot after like my first back or second, sometimes second back, but usually just my first back. You'll see me get Doran's Blades because the stats on it are great. You just really need sustain for your first buy, like your first little lane phase, so that you're able to get enough minions for your first back, you know?
Oh yeah, I never like start with
it kind of shares the same issue with refillable potion, longsword refillable. Like, you get value out of it, but you're not getting the value in the sense that you're probably losing more minions because you don't have enough sustain. They're probably pushing you back to turret, so that's not value if you're not getting the same amount of gold you would have gotten if you would have just gone 3 health potions. It also makes to where you can't really fight your opponent as often, so you might be missing out on some kills.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I actually never start with longsword refillable. If I go longsword, it's the 3 potions and then refillable later. And then obviously you can't with Doran's Shield.
Yeah, I posted you've seen my starting item list, right? The Google Docs
No.
spreadsheet I have. Oh, here, I'll just send it to you now, I guess.
Should I hop in a queue because keys are being turned off and
Oh yeah, hurry. If not, we'll just go over replay, or we'll just do it another time.
It won't take long. Do you often jungle Riven or not?
Not right now. That's not really my playstyle right now. I in the beginning of the season, when like you could choose at like Colossus time, I would say, if maybe like a little bit after, I was actually doing jungle Riven pretty often because jungle was really strong at the time, and because you would get so much XP, and if you're getting it, like, I like to get XP on Riven, and that's the issue why I don't really jungle now, is because you're not getting as much XP. They nerfed a lot of the camps. I'm someone who kind of likes to farm a bit more. I think Riven jungle is completely fine, but the main reason I don't really do Riven jungle is because of the changes to it, to where you don't get level 6 so fast like you did before, and because I think when you jungle, you need to be taking Thunderlords or Storm Raiders, because I think you need to go down the middle tree, because you get the extra damage to minions, you get Greenfather's Gift, and you get the 5% CDR. I think the 5% CDR is important for clearing out the jungle faster, for having your abilities off cooldown. That's why I also take 10%. I always take 10% CDR when I'm jungling, because I think that the extra cooldown reduction early game helps your clear time a lot. But you know, like I've already said, like I think Fervor now is a lot better than Thunderlords, and so if I'm jungling, I feel like I'm forced to take like a worse mastery just because I'm jungling, you know. And you can take Fervor in the jungle, but you're losing a lot of early game pressure, and I don't think it's worth it.
I think I used to take Thunderlords in the jungle, but now it's generally Storm Raiders, because I feel like, at least for early game, that burst of move speed is like helpful for moving with them as they try to escape.
Both are okay. I usually use Thunderlords, but I use Storm Raiders sometimes. I've had a lot of kills, or a lot of times where I don't manage to get the kill because of Thunderlords. I just need to burst them down. Usually feels a lot better to me, but they're in some comps I do go Storm Raiders. Also, Did you get the link? Did that work for you? Or did I not send it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I should say a lot of these, you'll probably see me go Doran Shield, and even a lot of cases where I say go Longsword. Most of these are either. But I think lower elo people underestimate how good the Doran Shield is. I think Doran Shield is still super strong, even though like you get one entire health potion less. Most of the time I wasn't even using my other health potion before. To be honest. And there's still a lot of times I don't use the health potion now. If I were ever just farming. But like I posted this link on the subreddit and I was kinda getting flamed for like going Doran Shield in so many matchups, and I just kinda lost a lot of respect for some of the people. Like Gangplank, they didn't understand Doran Shield versus Gangplank at all. This is all of his Q spam, I don't know. Maybe they just play against the shittiest of Gangplanks.
Should I just jungle Riven or?
Yeah, you can just jungle Riven. It's not gonna be as good. I was kind of hoping you'd be able to lane, but at least ask for top. Or even mid. I don't know if you mid Riven at all. If you don't mid Riven, it's fine.
I do.
Post your link and say like you're getting coached. You really prefer top.
Never post my link. I mean, I have Spurs so you play on, but they're a little lower ranked.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's...
Try harder. So you're getting coached. You get so much more out of this. I'm not really a jungle Riven main currently. It's not even something I can really help you with. I mean, like I can help you like with the mechanics once you do start the fight, but you're not really fighting as much.
Yeah, wait 1 second. Have anything? No. I could always just dodge. I would only have a 5-minute timer, but that would put me out of range.
It wouldn't let you do ranked queue?
Well, the actual ranked queues go down in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Like, this is a ranked game, but the option to queue for ranked is going down in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Alright, I would go 12-18-0. Take the attack speed. Split points between natural talent and vampirism. And in this case, vampirism is a lot better because you're going to be auto-attacking a lot. So you're going to make a lot more use out of the lifesteal. Also take double-edged sword when you're jungling.
You go Runic Armor or Veterans or no?
Don't even go to that tree. 12-18-0. Don't take forever. Take Thunderlords. Take Thunderlords. Put 3 points in natural talent and 2 in vampirism. Is what I like to do. Oh shit, you gotta hurry.
I think I got it.
Take Greenfather's Gift.
Oh, I didn't. I took Dangerous Game.
Okay. That's like the only big issue. What are your runes? I can go look at it myself actually.
10 flat CDR, 80.
Alright, good. That's good.
Intelligence
The only big issue is Grandfather's Gift. Who'd you ban? I can look.
Graves, maybe? No, I banned Riven.
Okay. Oh, shit, you gotta hurry. Okay, so stack jungle. You're gonna want to try to focus on Mordekaiser early. If you get 1 kill on Mordekaiser, if you have Kled, then I think Kled should destroy him for the rest of the lane. Wouldn't really focus on Akali as much. She'd probably be your secondary. Well, I think bot lane would probably be the other lane that you would try to focus on. Maybe just run through mid, try to scare her off, but for the most part, try to focus top and bottom, only because you have a Blitzcrank. And Vayne's somebody who's... Ashe versus Vayne, Ashe is probably going to poke down the Vayne just with her W over and over again.
I have 2 exhausts versus mine. That's nice.
That's fine. Mordekaiser took Thunderlords. It's pretty shit. She got...
Jack's like forever thing.
Yeah, he should go forever.
Well, he's...
Oh, wait, don't take 3 potions. Go refillable. Go refillable. Okay, and jungle, pretty much always take refillable. I mean, potions are okay, but you can get more value out of refillable because, I mean, you're never gonna actually get that low. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter, that's fine. You're also gonna be backing a lot with jungle, is another reason you get refillable. When you're jungling, start your Q at 1, if you have this much CDR, start it at 128, and then just start your combo with an auto and do a Q combo. This way you're charging all your Qs to make your clear time a little bit faster. I also do this when they're, or when I'm leashing for my jungle.
What path do you normally take?
I've heard Raptors are okay, but it's not what I'm used to. I don't think you need to do Raptors. You can just go with my old pathing, I guess. Just go with red, wolves, blue, and then see if you can gank top. If you take Raptors, you have to take a longer path because you're basically trying to farm the whole jungle, and you might not be healthy enough for Mordekaiser. This way, you should be full health if you're doing this right. Also, oh wait, you don't have Greenfather's Gift. But if you did have Greenfather's Gift, you would just make sure you sat in the bush. Start your combo off with an auto. Okay. Your Q is pretty slow. Don't smite it. Don't go to your Krugs. Go to Wolves. Okay. Level up your W level 2. Yeah, W level 2. What you want to try to do if you're jungling Riven is to start your Q, and then while you're running over there, and then try to land on the wolves, like jump over the wolf camp with your last Q, and then your next Q combo would kill them. Like, you need to try to use AoE better. Like, you need to try to hit all the wolves with your Q. You're only hitting 1 wolf at a time, or maybe 2, but you need to hit all of them. You're also just running down. I don't know what... You shouldn't be kiting down. You should be kiting up, so you can get to the blue faster. Your clear time needs to be faster. Also, try to... When you're in... when you're killing the blue buff, you want a W in the middle of your Q combo, because you want your W to come up faster. Smite this blue buff? You smite it? Sweet. Okay. You go try to gank top. Scuttle's fine. But the thing is, he might go ward in a second. You might miss your opportunity. Also, while you're farming camps, when you're not like animation canceling, you need to be watching the map. Even while you're auto attacking Scuttle, you don't need to be like watching Scuttle. You need to see like what's going on in top lane. Okay. You could have killed that Mordekaiser. You need to auto. You don't need to use your W so early, especially since you know he's gonna want to flash. At some point, either you're knock up or you're stunned. Because you have red buff, you can just keep slowing him. Just walk up to him with E auto and just start your Q combo until he flashes. And then when he flashes, that's when you flash auto and then either knock up or you stun and then finish your Q combo or whatever and just auto attack him to death. That should have been a free kill. Alright, you see mid? Go to mid. Use your E to get over there faster. You could be using your E. Your E would be back up by the time you get over there. Alright, let's see what you do here. Alright, you use your W too early. You should just auto attack and then Q and then save your W for after they flash over the wall. Try to hit all the raptors with this. The way I like to do raptors is I auto attack one raptor, bring all the raptors next to each other, and then at that point you can hit every single one of the raptors with your Q and your W. You're not using your AoE good enough. You need to be hitting all the raptors. Alright, you're not gonna be able to gank bottom or push. You should probably get this next camp and then get your Warhammer and a control ward. It's probably gonna be what you're able to do. Don't worry about using, like, wasting abilities specifically on that small Krug in the beginning, because you're gonna be killing it with AoE anyways. Once the next ones die. Just wait till the next ones spawn, and then kill them. Recall, Warhammer, Control Ward. If you want, you can get another health potion. Usually you won't need to buy any other health potions, because you have refillable though.
Right.
But you're not going to be able to this time, because you need to get a Control Ward. You go ahead and take your wolf camp, and then see if you can get mid or top after that. Also, Gromp may or may not be out. Okay, with this you should try to... You always want to try to get around the map as fast as possible. Like, use your Q to jump over the wall, but like, try to time a little bit better. So you get at the very end. That was fine there. You had more CDR than I thought.
Yeah, I go...
Try to hit all the wolves, but at this point in the game, try to auto attack the wolves with when you're like animation canceling with your Q. Try to auto attack the small wolves in the middle, like in between your Qs. If you don't think you'll kill them with just a Q combo, which it probably won't. Okay. Kali's probably gonna back up this. Go for the mod X ward. You can't fight her, she's level 6. You gotta see that she's level 6. Unless you're level 6, you can't fight her. But you did run away fine. Just don't worry about her. Actually...
Oh my god.
Hey.
I should run to the victory, I fucked up. How do you...
Yeah. You just didn't...
Rushing warrior?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, you can rush warrior. You just didn't... Like, you knew she was over there, and it was too risky to go over there if you know if she can jump out and kill you, or force your flash. It's just not even worth it. You had 2 other camps that were up. You could have just left her.
Yeah, I should have gone over to Raptors and around.
Because we already established that you can't fight her because you're level 5 and she's level 6. Akali's level 6 is pretty strong. She was just rewarded for just running around the map, acting like a dumbass. But only because you let her.
Right. That one cancels so many items.
It's okay to smite here right now because you don't have a special smite like a chilling smite or red smite. It's like smiting red for clear time is fine, unless you're like trying to like you're about to go steal a camp and you need to smite up, or you're about to go to dragon. She just warded. Just go ahead, because she warded. Just go ahead and put a control ward in that bush. Just kill the ward. That's what you have the control ward for. This way she won't know if you're over there, or she'll probably just go ward one of the bushes next to it. But that means like your other side will be clear. Just try to watch the map to see where she's gonna be. See if you can gank bot here. You have ult. Try to go around. Try to jump over the wall. If Ash is level 6 and you have Blitzcrank Hook, this should be super easy. After these Krugs, just go for Krugs and then go for a lane game. You should still be taking Krugs right now.
I walked straight over there.
Okay.
They're still pushing in.
You just want to fight them. Like you have red buff, Ashe has ult, and you have Blitzcrank. Like you should be able to make something out of this. Also, you need more communication. Tell your teammates what you want to do. Tell them what I'm telling you. Like, let's go for a kill. It should be easy pick or something like that. It's more communication. You have a controller. This is. I mean, somebody has a controller in that bush, so it should be pretty free. It should be so free.
Oh my god, that's sloppy, but I got the name.
Okay, I should have been double, but I'll actually just clip it and we can go over it after. Tell you what you should have done instead.
Can we try for Dragon or no? Like, is it worth trying?
Yeah, you should just be able to slow yourself. Victor has pressure. Mordecai's not gonna be able to teleport. What you should have done is you should have just pinged him right after. Or maybe you could have dove the Thresh. You could have stolen that red buff. I mean that blue buff from him. He had smite. You pro. Okay.
Oh my god.
You don't extend your Qs enough. You kind of doing like my little pet peeve, where like you just want to wait for the last second if you don't think your Q's gonna damage them. The biggest issue I see with other Rivens is that they don't auto attack enough in between their Qs. They just Q spam.
Yeah,
It really doesn't do that much damage to Q. Most of your damage is in your auto attacks.
you boots after finishing wearing?
Yeah. Or just get like level 1 boots and then go for Kindle Gem. You'll also remember to get Sweeper whenever you hit level 9.
So now, this position.
Now you just need to clear your jungle right now. At least like take your blue buff and then maybe see about going. Just go to blue buff and then try ganking bottom again. Maybe try taking your other 2 cans, but you need to be clearing faster. Clear time is just slow. At this point, you don't want to be smiting just for clear speed. You want to save your red smites. And you save this, that's good. So you can do something to this Akali. You want to be trying to go for first blood turret. This is the point in the game where you need to be watching for first blood turret. Okay. Right there, that didn't need to be close. You almost didn't hit her with your Q. You should have just jumped over the wall. I mean, it worked, but I didn't really see the point in not EQing over the wall, you know? Oh, this should be free kill. Good, good.
Yeah, I got the thread.
Nice. Alright, now you should try to push right after and try to dive the Vayne. Or you can go for Dragon, you do either. But I would have gone for Vayne because, like I told you, look for first blood turret. Look how low the turret is. Before, when the Thresh and Ashe had died, it was because like they went for a lot of damage on the turret. A little too much. You need to be using your W in the middle of your Q combo, by the way. On things like Dragon. When you're jungling, like, you don't really do that as much when you have Fervor and you're like hitting a champion because you want to be building up your Fervor stacks. But in this case, like, you just want your W to be coming off cooldown faster. You probably could have gotten first blood turret if you got a successful dive, which if you played it right, you should have. It would have been 3v1 or maybe 3v2 if Jax came. Alright, just clear your jungle and then probably either back or go bottom. Because your ult is almost up again. Yeah, I'll go Cleaver. So their bot lane's backing. After this camp, I would just go to... or go back. Also probably would have done Raptors before red buff. That way you could take all 3 camps. You didn't really need to rush yourself to the red buff. I think now you need to recall.
Tier 2 boots.
Right now get tier 2 boots and Kindle Gem. That'd be a great buy right now. And get Sweeper. This is such a great back.
Sweeper or Oracle?
I think Oracle is what I meant. Yeah, Oracle. Whatever the upgraded one is.
You like should I ever put a focus on like soaking XP from
your teammates?
Like sucking XP from lanes?
Usually not. Only if you like get a kill top lane and you're like shoving to the turret. It's usually not to like get yourself ahead, but whatever is best for everybody. Yeah, you see, they wound up getting first blood turret because you went for dragon instead of the turret, which is it's okay, but I think you could have gotten both. You guys are a little bit stronger than them. You just missed the controller, by the way, in the mod X ward bush.
Easier with that all, because Blitz was there.
Alright. Don't know if you can do anything to this Vayne. You're pretty low. You should be able to do something, but I don't know if you can do something. I don't know how good you are to know if you're able to do this, but you should be able to win it. Like the call would be fine to go for it since you have ult and you have flash, and you have Thunderlords. Like it should just be an easy one shot, but I don't know what you can handle. You know, that's based on you whether you should go for that or not, and only you would know if you can handle it.
Do you give this way since I'm not 40%?
Say that again.
Would you give the way to this Victor? Or?
If he was there, yeah, I'll just give it to him. And unless he's really far behind and you think Akali will take it from him, but I don't think he's been dying to this Akali.
He's just 0-1.
Okay, yeah, just take Scuttle and then give him blue. And you need a recall because you're kind of low. Or maybe you want to wait until you get phage first, I don't know. This is why you kind of want refillable, is because you shouldn't really be in this position. You would just have like an extra 300 health and basically be full. You might actually be fine. You'll be lifestealing off of this. Yeah, you'll be good. If he doesn't come, yeah, he's coming.
Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I'm lifestealing up already.
Okay. You can get a phage here and then go bottom.
Should I be looking to group at this point or not?
Probably not. I would just go bottom. Their Vayne's probably gonna be over there. You can probably kill her. You should be able to kill Vayne easily, but I don't. I'm hoping you are. Your mechanics aren't the greatest, but neither is Vayne's. And you have like all the tools to be able to. You have Red Smite, you have ult, and you have Flash. She shouldn't be able to beat you in a 1v1. You should just ignore that control ward, because she has potential to just run off. But before you fight her, you need to be... You could have just gone around her there. She had no health. That should have been so free. You needed, like... As soon as you saw she was in a terrible position, just start your Qs, start extending your Qs, like I told you, and just walk behind her. And then when you get close enough, just ERQ her with the knockout and just one-shot her. She was in such a bad position, didn't get punished whatsoever. Alright, so you got Kled ult. This is good. You can fight this. Ooh, okay. You don't want to ult unless they're stunned. Because that way, they can't flash your ult.
Okay.
And it's fine, but if you're gonna flash, like, there shouldn't be a situation at this point where you're pretty strong. You're pretty strong right now. I don't know if you would agree, but I think you're pretty strong. You shouldn't be flashing and not getting anything out of it. They're gonna be going for dragon. You're pretty low now. You don't have ult. Now you're just pretty useless, but you should still be able to do something. I would just take red buff so you can start getting the regen, honestly. Unless Blitzcrank wards it and you can see if they're doing it. You don't have smite up. You should just be taking red buff right now. But it's too late now. Now let's see what you can do. If you would have taken red buff, you would have started regenning and you would have had your ult up by the time you get over here. This is just like unnecessary fighting right now, when you could have been in a much better position. So much of a better position.
Yeah, I could have had higher health for that fight, plus the red buff passive, but it's hard to tell.
You should just back after that, but I guess maybe you're trying to get your cleaver, that's fine. But you need to be careful. God, you're so bad at taking these raptors. I'm gonna go into a custom raptor and show you how you should take raptors.
Yeah. I feel like I don't utilize the AoE damage on key enough, except against like a target.
Yeah. Luckily, like, your Kled actually might carry this. Your Kled's going insane right now. This definitely, like, had the possibility to be a free win. What you can do now is, I call this trailing. Because your Kled is so big right now, and, like, you know he wants to push, just tell Kled to go bottom, and just keep pushing, and then when they come for him, because they're gonna have to send more than one person down for him, just sit in like a bush behind them, and when they come for him, just come out of nowhere, and then you guys can turn around on him. I would just trail him. Just tell him to go bottom. He shouldn't be going top lane. Tell him he should go bot lane, because there are no turrets taken down there. He has to push all the way to their inhib turret. If he doesn't know what to do, you need to tell him what to do. In a nice way. In a very nice way. So he doesn't think you're calling him a dumbass. No, don't say it like that. Say, Kled, I think, Kled, go bottom, I'll follow behind you. There are a lot of turrets down there. You need to be a little more in depth. You need to let them know why. You gotta be better at explaining things. Communication is very key in this game. There you go. Good job. She's dead. You wasted ult on her. She was dead from turret. You could have saved this ult from Vayne and maybe gone and played for her.
What do you get now, GA?
You get GA unless you know how to use Hydra well. I'll probably go for GA. But you can't, you're not backing on a BF slug right now. It's not the greatest. What a shitty era. I just couldn't have any follow-up. Alright, well, the great Kled ult though. Just chase him down.
I think the Jack's flashed on me.
Okay, you needed to E away from Jax and just wait for your ult to come up and then start the combo. You went on him before you had your ult up. And like you almost had him, but you could have stayed alive because it was close and you could have done a little bit better. You always need to look at what you can be doing better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were here earlier when I was streaming, but I was saying a lot of people I see in chat, they always say my mechanics are fine, they're great, they're better than my elo, but my macro is always the issue. Usually like macro is an issue, but like everybody's macro is an issue at this point. Like I don't think anyone else's macro is much much worse than yours. You actually just seem like completely average for this elo that you're in. Like gold 2, definitely not terrible, but like I don't think your mechanics are anything special for like this elo, since I've played in this a lot. I just see a lot of people do that. They think their mechanics are better than that. It's only their macro, but it just seems like completely on par with me. Looks like Cleb may be able to carry this. What's the next dragon coming up?
126.
But what type of dragon is it? Okay. This is the point at 126. You know, like 1 minute in, you want to try to set up for vision control around it. The mountain drake isn't the most important thing, but a lot of times because it's a dragon, you can maybe bait people into it. This is where you can try to go for some cheese kills. Say, guys, let's go for some vision control around dragon. Dragon's coming up. You have sweeper and you have a control ward. You should be able to get at least 3 bushes with the sweeper, and then a 4th one get with your control ward. Like that control ward, you should have swept first. Let's see what you do with the Jax here. It should be easy kill. Easy kill. Stun him? Damn, you stunned too late. Okay. You should still be able to do something, maybe. You shouldn't be chasing the Jax here. You should be going for everybody else. You tunnel vision too hard, I think you're gonna die for it. Yeah, and you flash too late. I think you just didn't see Akali at all. You could have gone for Akali instead, just ulted on her. Or just not chase so hard. You got too far away from your team for tunnel visioning. You guys should have won that fight. You didn't really do anything at all. It wasn't anybody who really got caught. It was just mainly you being in a bad position. Not saying everybody else played it perfectly either, but you know, no one is in this elo. This is bad. They're gonna get Baron now. And it's really important that the jungler doesn't die at this point in the game, because Baron completely puts one team far ahead than the other. That's probably like just one small mistake like that probably cost the game. Well, I wouldn't say probably cost the game. Let's hope they don't do too much with the Baron. You need to go clear bot wave before somebody gets to it and sends like 2 waves of Baron minions there. You also missed the ward in the mod X ward bush.
Should I be trying to steal this or no?
No, don't even worry about it. It's too risky. You're just kind of like wasting time right now. You have nobody else there. It's so easy to get hooked in too. Like they have a Thresh. If they had a ward over there, it was so easy for you to get caught and then just lose your GA. Yeah, just go for Vayne. Go for Vayne. There's nobody watching here. You and Victor could have just 2v1 Vayne while your Ashe died in mid. Might be too late now. I'm trying to no. She's still just solo pushing over there. She's such an easy kill. You're not gonna be able to defend mid. This whole time you could have just killed Vayne. Now Victor's dead.
Yeah, Victor got jumped on.
Fled might be able to split push fast enough. Probably not. They're gonna Baron recall. Trying to see where Jax is. Is Jax just far in the jungle? Oh, there he is.
He went back and ended up killing me.
You see? Well, why didn't you want to go for the Vayne there? Well, like, what were you offering mid? What did you do at all there? Do you think you did anything? You think you slowed down their siege? You think you saved the Nexus turret by just sitting mid instead of killing Vayne? If anything, you might have lost inhibitor because you didn't kill Vayne there. And your Victor died.
Yeah,
not saying, I mean, he might not have died if you didn't kill Vayne. Like, it was Jax that killed him, but maybe he wouldn't have been in that position.
if I'm dropping inputs or what. At this point, we kind of just have to turtle and wait on Baron.
Yeah, you kind of just have to hope to get out of position. You don't have enough vision to like try to make plays right now. The only play you guys can try to make is hope that Blitzcrank gets a hook. And you can try to use your sleeper as much as you can to try to deny the vision control that they have to be able to cheese you guys in your own jungle. When you have your sleeper up, you just want to check as many bushes as you can. You kind of wasted your controller there because you saw that they had no vision there. You could have used it in a different bush. But it's whatever. At least you're still just like at least using it for vision. Like it's basically just a trinket, since it's not checking for other wards. Oh, go for this Mordekaiser? Jack. Nice, nice. Nice. They're fucking them up. Go get that Thresh. That should be free. Should be free. And Cloud's coming. Smite Vayne, Smite Vayne. Okay. Alright, now you guys just got rid of all their Baron. They're not gonna be able to get anything else for a while. You guys definitely got some gold back from that. But it's still gonna be hard because you guys have 2 dead inhibs. You're just gonna have to sit here and defend. You're not gonna be able to capitalize on this at all. You're basically just stalling out the game a bit longer and putting your gold lead a little bit closer to where you guys have a better chance at fighting them again. People are back up now, so okay, your Ashe is back and it's good. You're doing fine right now. I mean, there's really like not much you can do right now except use your sleeper. That's the only thing I can like really criticize you on right now is like use your sleeper whenever it's up at like this point.
What would you be buying? Outcap CR, GA.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Right now, I'd probably go for like a Mortal Reminder, or I don't know if I get that last. I'd either go with like a Ravenous Hydra, or I'd go with a Last Whisper item. I don't really go with Thunderlords too often, so it's been a while since I've done this, like Jungle Riven. Or you go Restore sometime, maybe? No, I want to go with that either. Yeah, I'd probably go with Ravenous Hydra or Last Whisper item, one of those. Because when you go Thunderlords, you're just looking to burst them down. You guys should be able to kill this Jax. Your Cloud's a beast.
We didn't even get him.
Can you not flash on him? You could have flashed on him earlier. That's whatever. Now I mean, at least you'll still have your flash from the next fight. Should be easy kill. Easy kills, easy kills. You're not smiting Mordekaiser. Wait, why are you running from this Mordekaiser? He just used everything. And you had red smite up. It should have been easy. Just go for. I mean, you can't go for him now because now Vayne's here. But you had the upper position, and now he's gonna be in position since he has 2 other teammates with him now. You lost your chance to kill the Mordekaiser. The Jax is coming back from the time you didn't kill him top lane. Now you just lost your inhibitors once again because you missed out on 2 free kills. They shouldn't have been able to get that. And now you guys are just gonna have to stall it out once again. And they're gonna go for Baron again. You're basically gonna be in the same exact position you were in before, except you're gonna be closer in gold. Oh my god, it should be so easy. What a good Ashe era. Just chase him down. But be careful because you need to wait for your ult before you go into anything too big. Okay, good. Now go for Baron. Just ping Baron. Ping the fuck out of Baron. Good. Everyone wants to do it. You didn't ping it all though. I want to see you ping. I want to see you ping. Your communication is terrible. Good smite.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Probably should have just stayed with them, honestly. You guys just could have killed him. What you can do is you can try to time a recall with the rest of everybody else's. Unless you think like you're gonna die if you stay, but I think you guys could have fought him. It's okay though, as long as you guys still have Baron. You just need some type of Baron. The most important thing is that you got Baron away from them. So if they have Baron, then they're gonna take your top, and they're gonna push down 3 different waves of Baron super minions. Alright, go buy some control words.
At what point do you start, buying elixirs?
It just kind of depends. Right now, you don't need to get one. Right now, you need control words. You need more vision. What's the next jungle? I never see you pressing tab, so I can never see what the next jungle is. What the next dragon is or time. Okay. And when is it coming up? Let's see.
4 minutes, 15.
Okay. So you still have some time. The big thing right now is that you guys don't have any vision in your own jungle. So, if they don't show up on the map, you have to be really careful. If you ever have a chance, like if you're ever going back to farming, you want to try to get some vision in your jungle. Use your ult really early. Very early. Yeah, that should have been an easy kill. I was just getting outplayed. Did you guys lose?
Yeah, we did. Or about to, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get them on XD.
Well, the important thing is, did you learn? Did you learn?
I mean, I'll learn more.
Did you understand like the stuff I was telling you, and did you understand like why I was telling you? You didn't really ask any questions, so I can't really tell if you were understanding the concepts that I was telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking I'm not really familiar with Hydra, so I think something else might have been better.
The items didn't really have anything to do with it. If anything, you might want to learn how to combo with Hydra, like maybe go on the practice tool and combo with it, because the item's fine, and it's actually pretty good.
Well, no, I don't think it was bad. It's unfamiliar.
No, I'm saying like if you don't know how to use it right, then you go on the practice tool and learn how to use it right in case you need to build it. You don't want to build a suboptimal item just because you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
And maybe next time we can try to go over like a top lane game. I can help you a lot more with that, as in like I know a lot more like where you need to be and whatnot. I feel like that game was definitely a free win. Your Kled was doing so much work that game. Kind of feel bad for him. Your mid lane was doing okay. You could have so many chances. I saw bot lane killing that Vayne. That Vayne was always out of position. They always are. You just push mindlessly.
Yes, I don't know. Like I notice people that are out of position, but I don't know if it's that I don't.
Maybe you're not confident enough in killing them, because like A lot of times I don't know if you can kill them. Like, I see them out of position, and I want to tell you go kill them, but I don't know if you're going to be able to kill them. You should be able to kill them. Maybe you just need to play more games and work on better mechanics. Maybe you need to go against some more Vanes. Like, I've gone against so many Vanes, I know what they're gonna do every time. They always do similar things. Like, I know so many champions I play against all the time. Like, I know exactly what type of style they're gonna like try to 1v1 me. Like a Zed. Like, I always know what a Zed's gonna do to me.
I think some of that boils down to me smurfing with my friends, and like I'm used to people playing like complete meta shit instead of fucking.
Maybe, I don't know, because I used to boost a shit ton. So I didn't really have an issue with coming back. I can't really say that, but that could have just been me, you know. Maybe I just wasn't, like, that wasn't an issue for me when I was smurfing. Like, I'm able to switch back and forth, like I smurf all the time. I'm able to change my playstyle up. Like, I think, like, I know how good the opponents are gonna be, like what I need to expect from them.
Yeah, a lot of times, like when the Vayne was pushing near our first tier tower, like
like when you went mid to try when they had like Mordekaiser had his dragon.
Earlier than that, like when she was down there, and like,
okay.
I just
when you like stopped for the control ward.
Yeah, like at that point, I guess I'm not very good at judging whether or not I can catch up to people and like kill them, or if I'd be wasting my time running into that lane.
Yeah, and that's just something like you have to like go like you have to put yourself in that situation enough times, and you're gonna lose sometimes. Like you have to lose and you have to win to know when you like how to judge it. Like if you've never gone to that situation, then how are you supposed to know if you're gonna be able to do it or not? But if you want to carry games, then you have to take situations like risky 1v1 situations, and you need to be able to win the 1v1 if you want to carry games out. If not, you're just gonna be average. You have to go above and beyond if you want to carry out these games. Like you need to be snowballing. There's so many times you could have gotten so many kills that you just either didn't go for or you just misplayed, which is not something like like somebody can just point it out to you, but only you can fix that yourself. Anyways, how do you feel?
I feel like a fucking retard.
Well, I wouldn't. I've definitely coached worse people. I've seen some pretty bad players. I wouldn't say you're like far worse than your elo, but I'm just saying I just think you need to play more games, to be honest.
I don't know. I end up getting super pissed off when I go on losing streaks, and I just don't.
You just need to not care so much. It's not. Don't look at it as in like the LP gain and loss. Just look at like whether you improve or not. Because if you improve, then you're gonna go up in elo. If you're losing, then that just means you're not really improving that much. Or if it's just like a game like that, that's a game you could have won. And so you shouldn't just look at it as like a loss, but like look at like now you know what you could have gone for now. Like now, like you should see some of these situations like you could have gone for that Vayne. But next time, take that situation. If it doesn't work out, oh well, you know. But enough times, you're gonna get used to it to where like you're gonna be able to 1v1 that Vayne, and you need to go for that. And not that your teammates didn't play perfect, but they definitely were not bad. You shouldn't just look at their scores and be like, wow, Victor was 2-8. Like, no, you are like say you were 6-5. Like, you just played average. Your Kled was going absolutely ham, just doing some God's work. The rest of the team just played average. And you know, like somebody's gonna come out ahead. I didn't see anyone on the enemy team who was playing above average except for Jax. Anyways, it looks like you're buying controllers this time. I was seeing a lot more vision you were checking vision to where you could see if they had wards. And this elo, apparently they just didn't have any wards for you to really clear, but at least you know that. Even if you're not clearing wards with your sweeper, you know that they have no vision in there. And so a lot of times that might be better, because that means that you know that they don't know if you're in there. If they have a ward and you sweep it, then if you're killing their ward, then they know that you're in there, because you're killing their ward. If that's the other way around, then you know, like, oh, I can sit in here. If you have to kill their ward, you might be like, oh, I'll kill this, but I have to leave because they know that I'm in this area.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't, like, there's, I think when you told me to go for your ward, like, I guess I'm not good at judging opportunities to do that.
That's fine.
Let's talk about
yeah, I'm just... Are you Blaine?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my first name.
Link. He said I think he's the only one responsible for... He said he meant Ash too. I'm trying to figure out who he meant, like, one responsible for the game. I'm not trying to say like you're the one to blame for this game. Like it was like a team that like everybody did something that wasn't that great. The whole point of coaching is just to try to point out all the mistakes you're making, to show like all the things you could be doing better. It's not to say like, I definitely don't think he played Blaine played the worst. I think Blitzcrank and Ash probably played the worst, but it doesn't matter, because like you're looking to try to carry these games out. That's the whole point. Is you're looking to carry games. You're not just supposed to be trying to get carried by the team. You shouldn't be worrying about how your teammates do. Anyways, are there any other questions you have? Like anything else you want to go over?
I guess probably more specific things if we were to look at the replay, but
yeah,
it's all kind of much together right now, and I'm gonna have to watch.
Yeah, just go watch over and then ask me any questions you might have. I should be able to answer on Discord. Yeah. Sometimes I'll be chilling here. You can ask me if I'm like off stream. Just ask me to come into the room, and I'll try to answer some questions.
I have Place TV open and make a scene for me.
Alright, well, I want to go ahead and head out then.
Alright.
Alright, see you then.